Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Thank you for growing with me on today, for tomorrow, today, as we grow in God for a better way. I'm so humble and thankful because you could be doing anything else, but you are here growing with me, and that means a lot to me. It really, truly does. As we grow in God, as we sow the seeds of love, we have got the side from God. We take the rain that came in our lives and we grow. Then we take the seeds of love and we sow seeds of love all around us for a sweet sauna of love to lift up all around us, to build up all around us as we try to overcome the oppression that's all around us, because you don't have to be bothering anyone. See, people live in a little glass bubble. They do. They live in a little glass bubble, and they think, oh, that's their problem. Oh, we ain't got to worry about it. It ain't affecting us. So as long as it ain't affecting us, it ain't about us. But it really is, because then there go that one day where you say, I never thought it would happen to me. No matter what it was that happened to you, I never thought it would happen to me. I never thought it would hit close to home like that. I never thought it would come my way. See, I didn't even think, because that's it. You're not thinking outside of your circle. You got to go outside of you. You got to go outside of your circle, and think outside of you. Begin to think of others too. Begin to lift all around you. And another thing I want you to do is please understand, that I got some things going on over here, and I'm in the process of getting me some new equipment. And I had my daughter upstairs, and I went up there and looking in. I mean, she's not there now, but I went up there looking for her. She got a this microphone thing, and I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it. Everything else is all around, but it's just what I guess it's not meant for me to have, because I could find everything else. Everything is right there, except that, So, because she sings and she plays her organ and different things, but she very rarely uses that microphone. So, love, here we grow. We're growing on anyway. Despite the distractions of the spiritual warfare that are all around us there, because I understand. I go through it too, honey. I'm dealing with the same thing, so I got to keep on pushing, because it's either grow or die. I live to grow. I grow to live. I grow in God. I keep seeking the Lord each and every day, no matter what it looked like. I have to keep seeking God. I understand where I came from. I understand that I was in the grips of oppression, in the grips of depression, all up under all kinds of oppression, hit me all kinds of ways, to the point where I had just lost the will to live. I just decided I didn't want to live anymore, and I just gave it all up. I'm ready to go, God. I'm ready to leave, but God said no. You got to hold on. You got to keep on You can't give up. What will happen to your soul if you give up on the world? You've been given this beautiful pearl for the world, which is grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom, for the world to grow, for us to come together in love, for us to overcome our own oppression, and then be able to look at the oppression of someone else and see where we can sow a seed of love. Because God, we got the sign from God. So let us begin to sow seeds of love. See, love drives out hate. Don't nobody want a whole bunch of hate all around them. Who want to live like that? Misery love company? No. Misery don't love company that much. We gonna drive out the hate. We gonna drive the evil and hate out and make the world great. I'm gonna tell you something about grow. I live to grow and I grow to live. And grow is my life. It truly is. There is no me without grow. So with that being said, let me tell you this. Grow is here and grows by God's why grow is here. Grow is here and grows by God's why grow is here. Grow is here and grows by God's why grow is here. It's why grow is here. It's why grow is here. Grow is here and grows about God. That's why grow is here. Grow is here and grow is about God. That's why grow is here. That's why grow is here. That's why I grow. So if you don't understand, I just broke it down. Grow is about God every day. I live for God each and every day because, I'm a spiritual being. We are spiritual beings here in physical bodies. One day these physical bodies are going to expire. They got an expiration date, but that's the date you don't know. You don't know when it is. So you live for today. You don't live going out chasing the paper. You chase what's on the paper. Chase God. There go your happiness. Then you begin to see the beauty of life. Then you begin to see love. Then you begin to see beyond around you. You see love in everything. You see love. And the one thing you truly see love in is a child. See, this is what you say. This is what you say. These old smart aleck kids. You say something else, but I'm going to say something else. These old smart aleck kids, that going around, they'll smart you off and, tell you off in it. But see, the thing about a child is wise. A child is smart. A child knows a lot of things. A child tell you like it is. That's one thing a child will do. They tell you like it is. I'm tell you about my grandbaby, honey. And this is what he did one day. And I just knew, I felt it. I knew he was getting ready to do something. We was on our way back from California. And we getting on the plane. And they didn't, they usually let women and children board first. Well, this is what they did. They let us board second. We were in the second group. And so I'm like, I just knew it. I'm hushing him on to the back, trying to get him on through. And this man sitting in the aisle. He was sitting right there in the aisle, and he did have a large stomach. And my grandbaby paused right there in front of that man, and he said, "Wow, that's a big stomach." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." He said it so loud, the whole plane heard it. And the man said, "Well, he's telling the truth. It is." And so that's the thing about a child. They'll tell the truth, despite, and see, you try to tell them, you try to whoop them, but that's their spirit, that's their character. You can't beat that out of a child. You cannot beat that spirit that God done put in that child. You can't beat that out. That's how that child is. I used to wonder too, because my grandbaby used to say some things at Brian, because he knew Brian was evil, and it was just his way of dealing with him. He would go back with him. And Brian thought he was throwing a joke on my grandbaby. My grandbaby threw one back on Brian that hurt his feeling. Tell me go whoop him, or punish him. I said, I ain't finna whoop him. I ain't whooping him for nothing. And he would just tell me, try to egg me on to make me whoop him, And that Brian was something, honey. He was something else. I ran into a pistol, but let me tell you something. He was a pistol, honey. But look, no weapon. You hear me? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. That's God's word. No weapon. But see, don't you be the weapon. Don't you be the weapon that you going against God for you. You out here doing you, going against the will of God. The will of God is to love. You got to love. See, he was so hateful that, he just ready to go ahead and throw me on under the bus. Just throw me on out there just to get his, me and my daughter. Used her feelings, used her caring, and just twisted life up the way life's supposed to be. Life's supposed to be about love, caring, and sharing. And he just took all that and just stepped all over. And then in the end, said to the mediator, in front of the mediator, Um, Jackie, they don't care anything about what I do to you. They don't care about our life. They don't care nothing. And she basically agreed with him, in a way, but not so much. But I'm going to tell you what she said, because she did agree with him and then she didn't. Because she said that basically she telling me I'm suing him in the wrong court. And I'm going to tell you, one thing I'm suing him in is the court of law. And another thing is I'm going to sue him in the correct court that we supposed to be in as we on this journey. Because the judges, the lawyers, the mediators, they're people too. And they wouldn't want one of their loved ones to be done the way Brian did me. It's narcissistic people out there right now, men and women, who are just going out there, just doing people any kind of way. Treating people any kind of way. A narcissist will cause a person to end their life. They would try to destroy you physically and emotionally. But what you have to do is realize that the Spirit of God is within you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Remove yourself from that chaos, negativity, and drama that's all around you. Remove yourself from those toxic type of people. Get yourself up out of that. And then focus on the Lord. Focus on what God has for you, because as a child of God, you are within the will of God. You are in the will of God. Stop removing yourself out the will of God. You are in the will of God. And by being in the will of God, you are royalty. You shall receive the inheritance of God. Being in the will of God, you shall receive the inheritance. The inheritance is life. Here, more abundantly, life. Because see, you focusing on the right things, being in the will of God, being outside the will of God. You focus on that. You focus on the wrong thing. You focus on stacking the paper. You focus on getting yours. You focus on me and mine. I'm out here on this highway of life, and I'm just running it down. Any kind. I know you're trying to make a right turn. I ain't got time to let you make no right turn. I'm just going to go ahead and try to cut you on out while you're trying to do that. Honey, you just don't. I'm telling you, it's the way people drive nowadays. If everybody took a defensive driving course, we would have a whole lot less accidents. Because see, we had to take defensive driving course every year of our life. And then it went on over into your personal car. See, you don't get off the bus and then go drive your car just any kind of way. You get off the bus and you drive defensively. You drive like you've been taught to drive. You have to look out for other folks. See, you just like life, expect the best, but it's hope for the best, but expect the worst. Hope for the best, but expect the worst. And that's out here on this, highway of life. And out here as you driving, expect the best, but hope for the worst. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I done mixed it all up. I done truly mixed it up. But you know what I'm saying. Kings and queens. But now I can't leave it like that. Now, wait a minute. I got to get it right. Hope for the best. Wait a minute. Hope for the best, but expect the worst. Yeah, just expect it. Expect they may do that. Hope they don't do that, but expect they might. They might. You never know. You know what you won't do, but you just don't know what they might not do, what they might do, or what they might not do. Because they'll say, I ain't going to do it, or I might do it. I will do it. But you think, no, they ain't going to do that. But you don't know. So, that's what I'm saying. It's time to grow. And I didn't even mean to get all off in that. I didn't. But what I want you to do, I want you to remember. You got to remember. You got to remember. You got to remember. You got to remember. Remember about God. Remember about God. Don't forget about God. Get the side. Get the side. Take the rain. Take the rain. Take the side you got from God and grow, kings and queens. I'm telling you, it's time to rise up. It's time to lift up. It's time to be on the come up. We as a people together, different skin, one love together, rising up over above this oppression. No matter what you're going through, honey, you growing through, because you're going to come on up out of it. You're going to rise above it. You a warrior on top for God. You got the side. You take the rain. And I know some of that rain ain't going to come again. You learned your lesson. You took the L. You took the lesson. And now it's time to grow. Now it's time to link up, lock up, rise up, grab some people up. Where you see a need, sow a seed. Because I'm going to continue to sow seeds of love until it's time to transition, until God calls me home. And the one thing I can tell you is that the souls are not resting, the spirits are not resting. I told you, this house here is haunted, and it stays cold, and that's one thing that they talk about in the movies, that where it gets cold when the spirits come. It does. It chills you to your bones. But and it's usually always cold, because the spirits, they energy, they take energy. They need energy. They use energy. And it's all about energy. The sun is energy. And they're within the sun. It sounds, I know how it sounds, but it's the truth, what I bring you. It's what God has revealed to me. We are spiritual. We are energy. When we leave here, the body goes down, but the soul is energy. And it goes on. It grows on. As life goes on, it's just a circle of life. As the world turns, it just keeps turning. It's the reason the planets don't run into one another. It's just the way God got it. And God got it all. No matter who got what, no matter what they look like they got, no matter what they doing, God got it all. He got the whole plan. It's all in his plan. Why? It's in the plan of God. It's in the will of God. The legends that we lose, why? It's in the will of God. The legends that fall, why? The legends all around us, why? Good morning. Good morning, their legacy. Good morning, their spirit. Good morning as you remember them. Good morning. MOURNING. Good morning. Remember their spirit, their love, and their legacy. Because you got to grow. Carry that with you as you grow. You got to keep on pushing. Hallelujah. Remember their legacy. Because one day you're going to leave a legacy too. And somebody going to be carrying yours. What type of legacy are you living and leaving as you grow? We are already blessed. We are already blessed with the beautiful gift of life. Use your life as a gift to lift those all around you. That's what you do. Use your life, your beautiful life. You are a legend. All legends aren't famous. It's only one of you you've been compared to, but you are incomparable. They try to, Venus and Serena, they not twins, but they so much alike that they sisters, real sisters, and they compare them, but they're incomparable. They're each one individual, and they're incomparable. Compared to one another, but they're incomparable. There'll never be another Venus Williams. There'll never be another Serena Williams. They're just two beautiful sisters, two beautiful queens who can play tennis. And just like us, we're legends. All legends aren't famous. Really. You are a legend. People look up to you. There are people around you. You may not even know who look up to you, who are looking at you. See, because I didn't even realize I was being watched until he made it obvious that I was really being watched. I'm watching you so much, I think I can walk up and just look in your window. That's how much I'm watching you. See, you don't know who's looking at you. You could be a legend to them for one reason or another. I'm just using that as an example because you never know who is watching you. Because I didn't know I was being watched until, he did the evil breakthrough or tried. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, so don't allow it to. Don't allow evil to have dominion over you. Don't allow evil to use you. Allow, what will God do? Allow God. Turn to righteousness. Turn over here. Just if you got to turn around, I turn with you. Let's turn around. Yeah, we turned around. We turned over this way now. We turned to righteousness. We ain't even gonna look that way. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. I love you, kings and queens. God bless you as you grow.